What's up, Paupers? What's poppin'? How you doing, America? The nation of Canada, France, everywhere else. We're excited to be here. We are going to cover the top 10 commons of Tarkir Dragonstorm. But first, if you enjoy our content, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Not only does it support the channel, but you get some awesome perks. You get behind-the-scenes stuff. You get footage early, our gameplay and our podcast a little bit early. You also, at the highest tier, you can play a spell table game with us.
Yeah.
Your favorite micro-internet celebrities.
A couple times a year.
That's right. Every quarter. So consider signing up for that. That's super helpful. But we also love anyone who just watches, likes, subscribes, comments. All that stuff helps too. So we appreciate all of that as well. We love you guys. You guys are an awesome community. Also, we want to see you at Vegas. So we're going to MagicCon Vegas. If you haven't got your tickets yet, look in the description below. There's a link there to get your tickets. So we'll be there playing Pauper.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah. It's going to be sweet. So we hope to see you guys at Vegas.
Yeah. We also want to shout out our TCG Player affiliate link. We know you're going to buy cards. If you do and you're using TCG Player, please use our link. Gives us a little kickback. You can support us that way. It costs you nothing, and it's just a really simple way to help out the channel. Also, big thing, we are pushing hard towards 500 subs. We are getting super close. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for sharing and liking already. Let's get there. Let's get to 500. Exciting stuff we're going to be giving away.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Ugin? Did I hear?
Not a common, but
no, not
still
a
exciting,
but still a fun card. Hey, sell it and just buy a bunch of commons.
Yeah, buy at least two Pauper decks.
That's right. More to come on that. Yep. So help us get there.
That's just the tip of the iceberg too. The plethora of things you will receive as this giveaway will be.
Am I eligible for the giveaway?
You are not.
Oh, shucks. All right. Okay. Should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Top 10 commons. The dragons are coming. The dragons are coming.
So before we start, I want to ask you a question, Miles.
Yes.
What are your thoughts overall on
Am I bad
comments
at evaluating cards? Yes, I am.
Your overall impression of the comments from the set, your excitement level, the power of the set at common. What are your thoughts on that?
At common, not a ton of like game-changing like common cards that are not a ton of game-changing common cards that are gonna like revolutionize the format or whatever, but there's some cool ones. But at the same time, nothing blew my mind necessarily.
No. Right. Yeah. And I think you guys you'll all see that as we go through our list. We did the same thing as we did for our commanders, where we each made lists and then combined them on aggregate and ranked where that ended up. And it was kind of tough like nailing down an order, because like the range, there wasn't a big range. Like this is clearly better than this set. So they were all really close.
Yeah.
Some good stuff though. Some solid cards to add to your decks.
Sure.
A lot of role players, I think, is what I'm taking away from this, and not so many cards to build around or that are gonna like be auto includes to make sure that your deck gets a lot better.
Yes, like Pact Altera comes to mind. That's like a really good common that you can build around. That's like a key piece to the deck.
Yep.
Not so much here necessarily.
I do think a lot of that comes from the uncommons being so good.
Yeah, totally.
So
the uncommons are really exciting to dive into. I was gonna say, to your point, the power level between these cards is very similar. Yeah, so it was hard to rank what's better than the other. So yeah, you got our list.
Yeah, let's get into it. Number 10, we have the Riling Dawnbreaker. So this is an Omen Dragon, the white Omen Dragon. So the Omen side of this is 1 and a white for a sorcery. You create a 2/2 white soldier creature token. And then the dragon is 5 mana, 4 and white. Flying Vigilance. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And it's a 3/4 flyer. So just a solid modal spell that you can cast, create a token. So all your token synergies, and then you shuffle it back in, redraw it later potentially. I'm not sure how well a lot of the omens are going to play. We had our gameplay with the Omen Dragon on commons as commanders, and there were some awkward moments with those needing to shuffle in. But in your deck, these common ones I think will play a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. I really like the Riling Dawnbreaker as a standout of the dragons. I mean, the Omen side, the sorcery side is fine. 2 mana for a 2/2, that's fine. But I really like the dragon side. 3/4 flying vigilance, and then at the beginning of combat, it buffs something else. And this doesn't have to attack to do that, but it also is a great attacker, flying and vigilance. That's great. But it's just free. It's just free buff. Like every turn, something's getting a little bit bigger, and 1 power can matter a lot. Push through the board state. So I think it does a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you that I'm more excited about the dragon on this
Sure.
than the Omen side.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Number 9, we have Wingspan Stride. You want to take this one?
This is a blue for an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. That's not all. You can pay 2 and a blue to return this aura to its owner's hand. So I am underwhelmed by this card.
Yeah, you are.
So tell me about it.
Take this one out. The reason I like this card is I was looking at all the other enchantments that do this. There's a few for various mana costs. But for 1 mana to give +1/+1 and flying, this is the only one for 1 mana that gives +1/+1 and flying.
Great rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I also like the fact that this can return to your hand. There is another one, I'm forgetting its name, that can return for just 1 blue mana.
To your hand?
To your hand. It does not give the +1/+1. So it just depends on what you value more. If that +1/+1 is worth more to you, then being able to bounce it easier and more repeatably, then the other one's probably better option. But for +1/+1 flying for 1 mana, I really like this.
Really good. Yeah, really good rate. Are you returning this to your hand? Like I want to be doing better stuff with my mana. Like the hope is that I have better things to do than return.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
but if you have nothing better to do,
yeah,
your creature gets destroyed.
Yes, and so in that case, 1 mana for +1/+1 and flying is the best rate out there in blue.
Yeah.
For enchantment.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
So if you don't care about the returning part, then that's already good enough.
Right.
And then that's just extra if you happen to have it at some point late in the game.
So that actually helps me. It's like I would just throw this in and not even read the last line and just be like 1 mana, 1/1 flying.
Yeah, that's where I was coming from. It's the best rate for the base card, and then there's that little extra added to it.
Totally. Yeah. I would hope that I'm doing other things totally, but I guess it's a nice little extra thing just in case. I just don't like. I'm underwhelmed by the enchantment. Enchantments are more vulnerable. Your creature gets destroyed. That's gone. But whatever. Versus equipment, right? If I want that effect on an equipment, obviously that's gonna be more expensive, but maybe more resilient anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like the idea of 1 mana to give something 1/1 and flying.
Yeah.
Okay. Number.
Did we
10, 9,
8.
8. Wow, we're good.
It's another Omen Dragon. We have the Storm Shriek Feral. So this is the red Omen Dragon. So it's the dragon side is 4 in red, flying haste, and then it has an expensive fire breathing. You pay 1 in a red. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and it's a 3/3. So 5 mana for a 3/3 flyer haste that can buff itself. And then we have the Omen side of this one is 1 in a red. Discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. This one I think is maybe a little opposite of the white one, where I like this more for the Omen side that comes with a body late game if I redraw it.
Sure.
So I think I'm more excited to play this one as the sorcery early.
Yeah.
And then if I happen to draw it again after it gets shuffled in, I get a 3/3 flyer haste, which is great.
Right. Yeah, it's a good.
And so just having more of those effects to draw in red.
Yep.
is awesome.
Makes sense. I like this one. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And it can push damage late. The haste is awesome.
Haste is good.
Love the flying haste. To use the fire breathing, you're gonna need 5, 6, 7. If you want to, use it when it comes out.
Yep.
So, but we did see some recent gameplay with this guy, and he did matter. That the threat of activation's real. You have to take that into account. He's great at attacking and a great blocker too. So
yeah, absolutely. Okay, number 7. This is a card you really liked. I think it's fine, but I think it's really good. The more I think about it, it's really good. This is the Salt Road Pack Beast.
Dude, this is the card. Salt Road Pack Beast is 5 and a white.
So expensive.
Seemingly. But wait,
so
there's more.
pricey.
Oh my goodness, what does it do? It must do so many things, right? 5 and a white for a 4/3. Ew. But wait, this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control. Ooh, and then when this creature enters, draw a card. My 3 favorite words in Magic, draw a card. So, I love the enters, draw a card creatures. Best case scenario, this is 1 white.
Yeah.
For a 4/3 draw card, which is not unrealistic.
No.
So that's the ceiling is 1 white for a 4/3 that draws a card. So white has lots of creatures. Pauper has lots of creatures. So I think you're gonna get a discount, almost always, right? And a significant discount at that.
Yeah. The decks that are going to, this is probably good enough in most white decks. Even getting it reduced by 2 or 3, you're still going to feel good about a 4/3 that replaces itself.
Right.
Like you think about Spirited Companion and the Helpful Hunter, 2 mana
for a 1/1
for 1/1s to draw a card.
Right.
I'd pay an extra 1 or 2 for that to be a 4/3.
Yeah, bigger body.
Yeah,
totally.
So if you can get it to 1, that's just unbelievable rate. Even 2 is an unbelievable rate.
Yep.
So I think this is going to find a lot of homes in decks.
Yeah,
which is great.
We were playing recently some limited, and someone just hard cast this for 6.
Yeah, and even that doesn't feel too bad.
Felt bad a little bit.
It feels a little bad, but at least it replaces itself.
Drew a card.
Yeah. So
and it's a 4/3, which is nothing to sneeze at. So even if you do have to cast it for 6, it's not the end of the world.
No. Okay, back to the world of dragons we go. We have our blue omen dragon, the Durgar Island Dragon. Durgar Island Dragon.
That's right.
6 mana, 5 and a blue for a 4/4 flying dragon with Ward 2. Fantastic. The omen, slant, skimming strike, 1 and a blue. Instant key, tap up to 1 target creature and draw a card. Love the ability of this early game to just, in the decks that want to cast a lot of spells, just tap something down, draw a card. Great value. Especially that it shuffles back in. You can redraw it to either cast the omen, to tap down a blocker, and you swing for lethal. There's so many good things you can do with this.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, if you have the mana, just 6 mana, 4/4 flying Ward 2. That's pretty solid.
Yep. This is my favorite package for a common omen dragon. I think the omen, the instant's very viable, and the body is I love the body on this thing. My goodness. Flying Ward 2, 4/4. That's great. Fantastic.
Yep.
Ward 2, basically hexproof.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Easy. So I really like this one.
Okay. Let's move into our top 5. And I'm going to let
number 2.
I'm going to let you take this one away.
Okay.
Because this is all you. High Spire Bellringer.
Okay, the High Spire Bellringer. Okay.
What number is this for you?
This was number 1, I think.
This is your number 1.
That's right. So, it's 2 and a blue for a 1/4 flyer. But wait. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. So, oh my goodness, every time I look at this card and think about it, it just gets better and better. So 3 mana, 1/4 flyer. That's just good. I think by itself, it's a great big blocker. And then I love this effect. I mean, we have other effects. Instants and sorceries cost 1 less, and we kind of talked about this about the cost reduction and how good this is. The second spell you cast, instants and sorceries, the ones that don't care, those don't care about what order, if they're the first or second. So you get if you're double spelling with an instants and sorceries reduction, you get more of a reduction.
Yeah.
But I like that this hits everything too. It's not constrained to just instants and sorceries. You can cast a creature, you can cast an enchantment, whatever. Any spell gets a cost reduction with this. So
Yeah, that's big.
I like this, and I don't know how it's gonna play out. I want to see it in a game because I feel like it's good enough to go in any blue deck, because it's also broad enough. Because I think you want to be double spelling, and if you are double spelling, you're spending more mana, and that means you're doing good things. Whoever spends the most mana wins the game. The more mana you spend, the more stuff you're doing. So it helps you do that. It helps you do more stuff. It helps you double spell, and it hits anything. It reduces the cost of anything. So I also think you can cast this on 4, and then cast a 2-drop, cast something for 2. As this is the first spell that turn. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out as well.
I definitely want to see it.
Because in my head, it's not playing out as well as this might be for you.
Sure.
So I'm really curious to see what happens if it is as good for any deck. I do see it being good in the decks that for sure are going to be casting a lot of spells.
Yeah.
I just worry that not all decks actually you're going to be spending 4 or 5 mana on your 4 and 5 drops and not on a 2-drop and a 3-drop.
Sure. Game. So the decks that want it are like spell slingers, and those already have better cost reducers.
Potentially, yeah.
Maybe this just adds to that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. And a 1/4 flyer is good.
Right.
That's not bad at all.
1/4 flyer, yeah. That's a big body.
Yeah. So yeah, that part of it I do like more than a lot of the other cost reducers.
Yeah, the vanilla creature itself is just pretty solid.
So maybe that'll push it.
I don't know.
Into more decks than I
don't know. What do you guys think?
imagining.
What's your read on the high spire bell ringer?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what other people think.
Yeah.
I really like it.
All right, let's move into number 4. This is a card we both kind of liked. It was Rescue Leopard. So this is a red card, 2 and a red for a creature cat. It's a 4/2. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So it's just a good way in red to filter late lands that you draw in the game. He does have to become tapped, so through attacking or crewing or however. If you have other ways of tapping it, that's even better than just throwing it into combat, because it's only 4/2, so it'll probably die pretty easily.
I mean, Harmonize is in this set specifically.
That's true.
So
that's true.
that's,
yeah. Great way to tap it without swinging in.
Right.
And 4 being its power is a good Harmonize creature to tap.
Totally.
Too. So that's true.
And it's great at crewing as well.
Yeah.
4.
Yep. Can crew most everything.
Put that cat in a spaceship or something.
Yeah.
Drive it away.
So I think that's the benefits of this card is late game, being able to filter through cards you don't need to try to find ways to finish and close a game out.
And even if you only do it once, even you attack with it to get the trigger, which is totally valid.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to trade with anything.
It's true.
It's going to die. It's easy to block, but it'll take whatever it's blocking it with it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
Good
Solid
little,
card.
Good little kitty.
Okay. Top 3. Number 3. Another red card. Seize Opportunity.
Ah, yes. Okay. Seize Opportunity is 2 and a red for an instant, and you can choose one of the following. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Or up to 2 target creatures. Up to 2 target creatures get +2/+1 until end of turn. So I think this is Really solid card. I think best case scenario, I think you're playing this on end step. You exile 2 cards. You have your full mana to play those on your next turn, and then the huge thing about the second mode is 2 target creatures get +2/+1. So +4/+2. That's going to do a lot of damage. That'll help you push through damage, finish something off, whatever. So I like the modes on this are great. Tell me why you like this card.
I love this card. This is my number 1 from the set. I think it's because this is the first time we've got that ability on an instant. The other exile 2 cards you can play until your next turn are sorceries. And so being able to do that at instant speed while also having another mode to cast during like a surprise block. So combat trick, use it as a combat trick. And if they don't attack, you don't have to use it as a combat trick. Just essentially draw 2 cards for your next turn.
Yeah, that's super nice too. If you're planning on combat trick, doesn't work out, just pivot to the other mode.
Yeah. So it does cost 1 extra mana, but I think it's worth it to play it to have that effect come at instant speed.
Are you putting a lot of these effects in your decks?
Yes, I put all of those. I put what is it? Ren's Resolve and or no, is Ren's Resolve discard?
Ren's Resolve.
Ren's Resolve and then Reckless Impulse. I think I usually have both of those in almost every red deck.
Okay.
So that's why this was my number 1, because I would love to do that at instant speed.
Already, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's really solid for sure.
Yep. All right. Number 2. We both had these next 2. So our 1 and 2 were both really high on both of our lists. Which makes sense that they ended where they did. But this one is Lightfoot Technique. Number 2 is Lightfoot Technique.
Ooh, Lightfoot Technique is 1 and a white for an instant. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains flying and indestructible until end of turn. Solid, awesome combat trick. Gives a full counter. Flying indestructible, that's solid. So I think great on offense, great on defense. When are you using this? Why do you like this?
I like this on so preferably I'd like to play this at sorcery speed, right? To give my creature flying.
Right.
So it's kind of a downside of the card.
Yeah.
But to still be able to use it as a surprise flying blocker is still really good.
Yeah.
That is going to be more unexpected, I think. To give something the ability to block a flyer is fantastic. And make it indestructible.
Right.
So
I was thinking
very
indestructible
versatile.
as sort of the defensive side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And and then the flying as the offensive, give it evasion. But I think it's great.
Yeah. No, it's a really good card. There's these effects. We have these effects in white, but not exactly this. So sometimes the flying is lifelink.
Right.
So it's just going to depend on what of those keywords is more important to you for your deck. But this is just another option that we didn't have before. So it's great.
These are some of the best keywords.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. Okay, number 1. This card is really cool.
It better be this one.
It is that one, yep.
Good.
Number 1, Sib Sig Appraiser. So it's a 2 and a blue for a 2/1 zombie advisor. When this creature enters, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Just a great way to early game. If you're needing to hit a land drop on turn 3, when you play this, you can go and look too deep. Any graveyard synergies, you're going to be putting one into your graveyard. It's just an awesome ability. Just a fantastic, solid, like core piece. Just a great role player in any deck, any blue deck, to be more efficient with card selection, card draw. It's really solid.
I think it's also different than Scry as well. You get to dump something into your graveyard for some value there, so that's great too. That's a nice little value piece there. It's also a zombie. Sometimes that matters.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
It also does not look like a zombie, but I don't know.
Dead eyes. Very dead eyes.
Yeah. But yeah, Sipsig Appraiser. I really like this card. I know it doesn't say draw a card, but close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Put,
Pretty much.
That's the next best thing. Put
Yeah.
one of them in your hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a great solid piece that I think can go in any blue deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not a great attack. Like I said, 2/1. So
Not
you're
a
just
great
gonna
body, but
you're just playing it to get that effect, and then you can chump it away.
yeah.
But still, just a solid card.
Yep.
Like we said, a lot of these cards are going to be great role players, fit in a lot of decks,
Yeah.
different decks, but not be the most exciting part of your deck,
Right.
but just fill their role and do their role really well.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you see yourself putting in the most decks?
Oh, me? The red card.
The Seize Opportunity.
Seize Opportunity.
Yep. Solid.
Seize Opportunity. The Pack Beast. The more we talk about Pack Beasts, really like it.
Yep.
Sipsig, I think I'll play that one a lot. Sipsig seems really good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree. I agree with all of those. I think Lightfoot has good spots in aggressive
Yep.
decks. Durgar Island Dragon. I really like that one.
Mm-hmm.
There's the more and more I play, like you need things to break through. You need evasion. You need good late game stuff, and I think Durgar kind of fits that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think there's a place. Of course, there's a place. Oh, and higher speller Bell Ringer is going in every deck,
Yeah.
even if it's not
And
blue.
I'll
I'm
be
putting it in every blue.
observing.
Yeah,
and keeping track
I
of
think
how it does.
it needs some testing. It
Yeah.
needs some testing for sure. Okay, cool. What do you guys think? What
Yeah.
do you guys think of our list? What's in your top? What are your top commons? Let us know. We're
Yeah.
curious to see what you guys think. Are there any honorable mentions that you want to shout out?
Not especially. I mean, notably, we don't have any green cards in our top 10.
Yeah.
There were a handful that maybe were good enough.
Oh,
I
you know
guess.
what is your favorite green card?
I don't know if I have a favorite green card.
If you had to choose, gun to your head.
The Sagu Wildling. That's the other Omen, the green Omen dragon, probably.
Yeah.
So its Omen is 1 mana. Go look for a
Search
basic land and put it in your hand.
Yep.
And then it's a 3/3 that gains you 3 life.
Yeah.
So that's all right. That's not bad. There's just a lot of, I don't know why I would I choose. There's some other cards that like Bushwhack, right? Bushwhack, go forth, 1 mana, go get a basic land, put it in your hand, or go forth, gives +2/+2 to a creature. Bushwhack,
Fight
Fight
something.
something.
Yeah.
I think I like those more than the
Sure.
dragon, so I didn't necessarily value it as high as those other effects. Other cards that do have the same effect. Maybe the dragon being attached to it should push it over for me, but I wasn't as excited about it. So yeah,
That's fair. Can I tell you about my favorite green card?
you can.
Champion of Duzain. 2 and a green for a 4/2 trample, and then it has a renew ability. 1 and a green, exile this card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter and a trample counter on target creature. Activate only use a sorcery. So great value. It from the graveyard. 4/2, nothing to sneeze at. 3 mana for a 4/2 with trample. That's already good. And then I love the trample counter because there's lots of things in green that give trample, right? Maybe till end of turn. Maybe there's other conditions on the tramples, but I just really like this as another way to give something, buff something, and give it trample. So, yeah, my Ulamog's Crusher.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like this card. That's really neat. I do like that. It's only 2 mana to renew too.
Yeah.
So a pretty cheap renew cost is good.
Yeah. So that's my favorite green card from this set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Tempest Hawk. Just an interesting, just we'd be remiss if we didn't mention, this is another card that breaks the rules that a deck can have any number of cards named Tempest Hawk. It's a 2 and a white for a 2/2 flyer. When it deals combat damage, you can search your deck for a card named Tempest Hawk, reveal it, put it into your hand.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, it's just one of those cards that breaks the rules.
Yep.
I don't know how viable it is or how you could break this. I mean, I think you want to reduce the cost of it.
So my brother-in-law actually had a neat idea for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Shadowfax. So when Shadowfax attacks, you put a card from your creature card from your hand on the
nice.
battlefield tapped and attacking.
Yeah.
So you just
So
play
that hits.
35 Tempest Hawks with that and just start getting all your Tempest Hawks
Because
out.
every Tempest Hawk that hits.
Yeah.
So the next turn you got 2.
Yep.
Whoa.
So something like that could work.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Good. That's like the cost reducer, right? You get a cheat them in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's kind of
so
cool.
Something like that I think is key, being able to reduce the cost
right.
to cheat them in.
Because you don't want to just be playing 3 mana 2/2 flyers.
Tell us how you would play Tempest Hawk in a deck. How would you build it? What would be your commander? Because I think it's not a very powerful card for that we see these effects on. Like Terror Parrot, right, is probably a lot more versatile than that. Like
Slimes
it's a better
humanity.
Slimes, yeah.
Yep.
So how would you build Tempest Hawk? Would you build it? So yeah. It's a cool card though.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed our top 10. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And let's go to our next segment. By the way, if you want to send us a suggestion for 10, 20 common questions, please email us at jalapenopaupers@gmail.com with your 20 common questions. But just put 20 common questions in the subject line, and maybe we'll pick your card.
Okay.
All right, I'm in the hot seat.
You're in the hot seat this week.
Okay. Is it a permanent?
No.
Is it blue?
No.
Red?
No.
Green?
No.
White?
Yes.
Is it mono white?
Yes.
Is it an instant?
Yes.
Does it cost 3 CMC or less?
Yes.
Does it cost 2?
Yes.
2 mana instant. 2 mana white instant. Is it a combat trick?
I would say no to that.
What? It's not a combat trick. Okay.
Okay, explain to me what you mean by combat trick, and I might rephrase my answer.
Okay, I think I know what you're going. I think I know where you're going with this. I think I know what it is already.
Wow.
So confident. Does it have different modes?
Yes.
Does it have a fog effect?
No, it does not.
Dang. Okay. I was thinking Dawn Charm, but okay. 2 mana instant, different modes. Did it come out in the last 2 years?
Yes.
I guess I need to
Yes, it did.
originally or reprint. What do you define? Does that count as a reprint in the last 2 years, or just clarifying the question?
Yeah.
Or you don't want to answer that?
You can rephrase your question to include that. It was not reprint. It's a new printing in the last 2 years.
Oh, okay. Go into my mind palace. Yeah. 2 mana instant. What are we at?
13 questions.
Okay. I need that flavor text. That 15, right?
There is no flavor text.
Oh no. I'm on my own here.
You are on your own.
Okay. Okay. I assume. Okay. It probably destroys something, so I don't know if I need, but let me consider that. Does it have the words destroy? Like destroy something?
Yes.
Okay. Does it destroy an enchantment? Can it destroy an enchantment?
Yes.
Okay. I'm thinking destroy evil. That's one that's coming to mind. It destroys an enchantment. It has modes. It's 2 mana, instant, if I'm remembering. So let's go down that path a little bit. Can it destroy a creature with toughness 4 or greater? Is there is there a condition on the can it destroy a creature conditionally? Oh boy.
The answer to that question is yes.
It can destroy a creature, but it also has
I will say the answer to that question is yes, not in the way you're thinking.
Oh no. Does it
What was that? 16? That was 16.
Okay. Can it exile something?
It can, yes, it can.
Okay. Does it deal damage to a creature? Can it deal damage to a creature?
Yes.
Is it a charm?
Yes.
Is it Thraben Charm?
It is Thraben Charm. Nice work. I was getting worried. I didn't think you'd pull that out. That was great.
My goodness, I was close.
You were.
My good. You guys have no idea what it's like to be in this hot seat.
You don't.
The lights, the pressure, this guy staring at you.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That was
dice.
fantastic.
Tick tock. Tick.
So yeah, Thraben Charm, 1 and a white, instant. Choose 1. Thraben Charm deals damage equal to twice the number of creatures you control to target creature. Conditional, but not
Yes.
4 or
You
greater.
gotta have your creatures.
Yep. Second mode, destroy target enchantment. And third mode, exile any number of target players' graveyards. Great card. Very good card.
You thought I wasn't gonna get it. You thought
I honestly, at 16, when you started going down destroy evil, I was a little
I
worried.
think Destroy Evil has flavor text.
Does it? Probably does.
I think.
There's too many words on Thraben
Right.
Charm for there to fit.
So actually, the
flavor
lack of flavor text, I was like, Destroy Evil, I'm pretty sure does have room for flavor text. So
and destroy evil is also older than 2 years.
yeah, yes, it is.
There is
DMU,
flavor
right?
text. Yep. DMU. Yep.
Whew.
Yeah.
That was intense.
Good job.
Okay.
We got there.
Did you guys get it before 20? I don't believe you. Just kidding. So yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. I hope you liked the episode. Please like, subscribe, consider supporting us on Patreon, and just thank you for the love, guys. You guys are awesome.
You are.
And oh wait, one more thing that you have to do.
Stay spicy.